is having a great Tuesday. I know I am. I wasn't really planning on doing this series of 5 daily hangouts, 5 to 10 minutes apiece, till after the one I did yesterday. By the way, you notice my lower third matches my shirt? I would love to tell you that's intentional, but I just now noticed this myself. Okay, why are you rambling? I'll let you know in a few minutes. But I finished the hangout yesterday, and if you were here or you caught it on the replay or you haven't caught it, please do catch it and give me a thumbs up. Talked about happiness, about bliss, and how no matter what you do in life, whether you're a student, whether you are a stay-at-home parent, whether you're a corporate executive, regardless of what you do in life, you're not going to reach your full potential and your full success quotient, if you will, unless you're happy. And so I was kind of on a real natural high when I finished that. I walked upstairs to get a glass of water, and I recalled that I need to go to the grocery store to pick something up, i.e. before my wife got home from work. So I got in the car, and it was close to the noon hour, and I navigated through the parking lot. I have a rule of thumb in a parking lot. If there is a space close to the door available, I will take it. If not, I will take the first available space and walk. Lord knows we all need to walk more. But my goodness, I was driving through a parking lot, and of course it was a lunch hour, and there were people kind of playing bumper cars in the parking lot on their cell phones, trying to look for a place to park. And I try to be charitable to everybody. Things just didn't seem to be working out real well because you could see them beating on the steering wheel, and thought, well, you know, that happens. Got out of the car, went into the grocery, and it was like pandemonium. And normally that would be a real downer for me. But you know, I thought of something that made it a reminder. My dad's been dead almost 3 years. He would have been 90 a couple Sundays ago. And the last thing he said to me before he died, he's on the cusp of 88, and he kind of pulled the oxygen mask off his face, and he looked at me and he said, you know, I've lived a really, really good life, but gosh, it's gone by fast. And you know, my initial reaction was, holy cow, you're 87, almost 88, and it went by fast? Wow. And since that time, I have been more cognizant than the journey. Now, it's kind of interesting. When I posted this event, I got a number of different comments, people saying, well, the journey's important, the destination's important, they're both important. I'm just going to give you my 15 cents worth. I have set out towards a destination, and along the path on that journey, my destination has changed a number of different times. And in the course of it changing, I've had some really great and some really wonderful adventures. And I started having those when I stopped and I paused and I looked. Now, I'll give you a typical consultant's answer here. They're both really important, because even though my destination may have changed 5 times on my journey, when I reached it, it was very fulfilling and very fruitful, if you will. And I think it started to happen when I started to slow down and I started to look at what was going on. Okay, of course I have a screen share for you today. I'm a trainer at heart, teacher. I have a screen share. It's a short one. It's John's Guide to Being Happy, and it's simply called the 3 E's, and I will tell you I endeavor to practice this every single day of the week. It's not rocket science, and I give this to you as a gift, and I suggest that maybe you start trying to practice this and see what kind of impact it has in your life. Okay. First of all, we have a blank screen. That's because I got fancy this morning. The first thing is encounter. You know, when both my grandkids were born, my granddaughter's 9, my grandson will be a year in a couple weeks. I immediately went to Amazon.com and sent them a book in their name. It is my all-time favorite book. It is a Dr. Seuss book, and it's called The Places You'll Go and the People You'll See. You can't have a fruitful journey unless you create a number of encounters every day. So my goal each day is to have 10 new encounters. That doesn't mean I stand on the street corner, because I'll put an asterisk beside that. Some of those encounters are right here online. I met 7 new people here through Google Hangouts yesterday. I learned a couple things from those 7 new people. So when my head hit the pillow last night, that's a good day. And you know, the worst thing somebody can do during an encounter is turn around and walk away, as long as you're behaving appropriately. I found that I've met some of the most interesting people in my life who have fortified my journey simply by beginning with a conversation and a discussion. Second E is engage. Now, this is how I engage people. What can I do for you today? What can I do to help you? Oh, I see you're struggling with that. Could I show you how to do that? You know, in this entrepreneurial vortex we live in, there's always a cocked eyebrow or a bit of cynicism, because you always wonder, at what point in time is that joker going to ask me for some money to save my soul, my heart, my happiness, my marriage? Give. Engage. What can I do to make your life easier, better, more fruitful? What can I do to help you? I'm going to tell you, I barely got through science in high school and college. Matter of fact, in college I had to sign a slip of paper that said I agreed never to take a science class again. That's where me and science go. But when you're helping other people, when you're engaging other people, there's this whole physical phenomenon that occurs inside of you that suddenly it's like it highlights your journey. It makes your destination clearer. And who knows, through engagement, and maybe someday when we have a little bit of time, or you want to look me up and say, hey, John, I want to do a one-on-one hangout, I'll tell you about the 2 most amazing experiences I've had in my career, and neither one of them began as a career work endeavor. Okay? They began with me saying to somebody, there might be an easier way for you to do that. So you encounter people, you engage people, and finally, and most importantly, you enjoy people. My youngest friend is 22. My oldest is in their 80s. And they're all in between. Many years ago, I listened to a speaker say that if you really want to live a fruitful life, you really want to have a good journey, have friends 10, 20, 30, and 40 years younger than you are. Now, if you're younger, you have friends 10, 20, 30, and 40 years older than you are. Enjoying those people, not trying to tell them how to live their lives, not trying to say, you'd be a lot happier if you did this, this, or this, John. Simply enjoying who they are and asking for nothing in return but to bask in the warmth of that enjoyment. I promise you, if you do that, you are going to have a most amazing journey. And we're going to stop sharing the slideshow now, hopefully. Come back, John. Ah, there I am. So, I said earlier, oh, look, my shirt matches my lower third. That's because I am learning. ING, operative word, is in the process thereof. I'm learning to enjoy my life and enjoy myself and to do all those kind of cool things. That's just me. I will tell you this, since I began doing it, I'm on a number of journeys with a number of destinations. And it's most amazing. It's absolutely most amazing. So what does this have to do with your career? What does this have to do with your job or your coaching or consulting business? I mean, seriously, you want to do business with an unhappy person? Of course you don't. Encounter, engage, enjoy. Now, go out and meet 10 people today and make their day special, so when their head hits the pillow, they're scratching the top of their head going, wonder what I did to deserve that. And then as you grow in a relationship with them, you can tell them why. Hope you have a great Tuesday. I will talk to you tomorrow morning. Goodbye now.